I'll remember this forever. Good evening, everyone. Well, afternoon. Feels really strange starting a vlog at this time, but the time has come where we have to say bye to Kiwi Bean for a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to get through this bit. So, yeah, I'm going to drop Kiwi off at some friends in Salisbury. So I'm heading to South Africa for 10 days. I'm leaving on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. This is the longest that I've left her in our new dynamic of just me and Kiwi. I wouldn't leave you this long unless it was for a very important adventure for me. Okay. This is a very important adventure for me. Okay. So you're gonna be good for Joseph. Trying to bury into my skin. Today we went for a little coffee date to say goodbye. Yeah, so I have to be in the house without her for 2 nights, which I find really difficult because the whole house is set up for her, you know, like nothing feels right when I can't hear her pitter pattering and she's what are you doing? Love you. You feeling sad too? No, I think you're feeling excited. So difficult. One of the really difficult things of having a dog or being a pet owner in general is, you know, you got to put yourself first and do the things that you know you have to do. Like, I've known for as long as I can remember that I wanted to go and see African elephants, like before they die out. Which I shouldn't say that. Like, I really hope they never die out. I hope everyone gets the opportunity to go and see them, get the privilege of going to see them. Always wanted to go and see them, and now I get to, but there's always that bittersweet element of having to leave Kiwi. Let's pack her into the car. Let's pack us into the car, hey? Come on then. Hi. So I've made it back home to the empty house. Very, very quiet. It's it's after midnight now. I did think I was going to be later, so I'm very grateful to be back at this time. I'm so bedraggled. I feel so tired after the drive. And it was so sad because I kept thinking I saw Kiwi's head popping up in the back. And I always talk to her on the drive. Like, I always ask how she's doing, and yeah, was really strange driving without hearing her crying or just her little head popping up. So yeah, I didn't film any of like dropping her off or settling her in because the people there didn't want to be filmed, and I wasn't gonna not respect that. So I did get a photo of her settled down. I didn't do as badly as I thought. It's worse on the driving home without her and getting out of the car without her and coming back to the house without her in it. Those are the hardest parts, but saying bye, like seeing her settled and she was excitable and greeting everyone, like I just know that I've done everything I can to set her up for success, and that really does make me feel better, because you just like, I guess just like with anyone that you love, you have to let them go and do things on their own. You have to go and do things on your own just for you. You know, there are things that you have to do in life that are just for you, and it's great that I have friends that are able to look after Kiwi and help me make those things possible, right? Those things that I think and no, those things I know I have to do, and that's what I'm doing with this trip. Very much what I'm doing with this trip. So I'm very grateful. So there's so much more to be grateful for than there is to be sad. You have to part ways sometimes and have your own experiences and come back stronger, you know. So yeah, she will be safe, I'm sure. I will be safe, I'm sure, and we will be reunited. So I'm going to get to bed now because I'm incredibly tired and have so much to do tomorrow. But it was a lovely, we had lovely dinner, a little walk through Salisbury, and Kiwi settled really well. So what more could I want? What more could I want before heading off on my own adventure? My precious dog is safe and loved, and I get to go and have, hopefully, a brilliant adventure. So yeah, I'm gonna stop subjecting you to my bedraggled face and go and get ready for bed. And I won't see you tomorrow. I will see you the day after for Heathrow. Oh my god, I'm so excited. See you at Heathrow. Right, we've made it to Heathrow. I promised I would see you here, so I'm vlogging a little bit, but I'm not going to ramble too much because there aren't enough SD cards in the world to provision me for filming on this trip. So I have a flight to Joburg first and then connecting to Hoedspruit, which, yeah, I just don't have words for how excited I am. Obviously bittersweet, missing little Kiwi Bean. I'm having updates every day on how she's getting on. If I have any I'm able to share, I'll definitely share those with you. But yeah, currently just through security and going to, I don't know, wander around the airport. I absolutely love airports. Airports are full mix of energy places. It is very, very busy. Everyone coming and going. I always wonder where everyone's going and who they're traveling with, who they're traveling to see, and it's such an exciting, like, buzzy place. I think with my credit card I have access to a lounge, so I might have a look at what that lounge is like if I get a bit too overstimulated by the crowds, because it is a very crowded place. But if I can find somewhere to, like, perch and people watch, that is my favourite thing to do in the airport. So yeah, I'm currently addressing the world at large, so I'm not gonna ramble too much. As I said, I need to save the storage space for getting to Africa, but I wanted to greet you at Heathrow and for you to be as excited as I am, for you to partake in this excitement with me for getting on this flight, because I've waited my whole life to do this trip, and I just absolutely cannot wait. Like, it is going to be incredible. I'm a little bit nervous, obviously. I'm going on my own to a completely new continent. There's lots to navigate and be aware of, but I'm just unbelievably excited, and Airport Miriam has kicked in. I just feel for some reason, I feel so relaxed in like transient places. Like, I know people get very stressy at the airport. I do not get stressy at the airport. Like, I just find it so relaxing. Maybe it's because I need momentum to feel relaxed. Like, it's a false sense of momentum, if that makes sense. So going for a drive or going for a walk are things that relax me rather than like sitting still. Do you know what I mean? Which is maybe kind of strange, because in an airport there's lots of waiting and queuing, but you're also waiting and queuing to go somewhere. There's lots of going, you know, there's lots of momentum. So absolutely love it. At my most relaxed in an airport, and obviously on the brink of an adventure. Yeah, butterflies in my stomach. Should probably eat something, because I don't like eating on the plane, like plain food so full of preservatives. It really scares me. Probably wasn't a good idea to have caffeine before a night flight, but it is what it is. I'm just going to wander around the airport, people watch, and maybe have a look at the lounge. If it's any good, I'll show you, but I don't know. Maybe I can't even get in. I can't even remember how you do it. But I'll have a look and update you if there's anything to update you on. But if there isn't, I'll see you at the lodge. Hello. We really need a debrief, even though I am so exhausted. I don't even know if I have it in me to unpack everything right now, but I feel like we need to have a quick catch up, because otherwise this vlog is going to completely fall apart. So I'll maybe sit here. Where's going to be best to do this debrief? I'm just gravitating towards bed, honestly, because I am so exhausted. How do I even get in this? Right. So much has happened. Let's have a quick debrief. So, wow. I can't believe any of this is real. Yeah, so I had a 10-hour flight from London Heathrow to Johannesburg. I was sat next to a lovely gentleman who is a chef at some of the lodges in Botswana. Very interesting chap, and he was hilarious. We had such good banter and we had such a good time. It was great to pass the 10 hours. I was so tired. I was like falling asleep, but every time I fell asleep, I jolted awake because of the uncomfortable position of obviously trying to sleep when you're sitting up. It's never ideal. Yeah, so 10-hour flight, not much sleep, arrived in Joburg, and then I got met off the plane, like almost as I left the jet bridge, somebody was there with a sign with my name on it, and he was very, very kind, because apparently the agent had only booked his assistance for me through the airport and up until arrivals, but I needed to change terminal at Joburg, and it was really confusing because I was also told that my bags were checked all the way through, but he was like, no, you have to pick up your bag and recheck it. So that would have been very confusing without him. So he literally took me from the door of the aircraft all the way through immigration, picked up my bag, rechecked it in, all the way through security, and he was like, he had all the tips for skipping the lines as well, because like it was absolute chaos in Joburg and people were missing their flights because the queues were so long, and he was just like, he knew all the tricks, so he got us like even quicker than fast tracked, which was just ridiculous. So I don't think I have assistance on the way back, which is making me nervous, because it seems really complicated and you really have to know what you're doing in Joburg, it seems. But anyway, cross that bridge when I come to it. So yeah, then I got a short flight, had a few hours in Joburg as a layover, and then I got a short flight over here to Hoedspruit, where I got picked up and driven here to the lodge. As soon as we landed, I was like, I'm absolutely dead. I can't believe I'm still going. As soon as we landed, I was like, wow, I can't believe this. Like, everything looks so different. And I got picked up by a guy called Sydney, and he was just so excited to show me everything, because I was like, said about always wanting to see an African elephant. He was just supposed to be driving me to the lodge. He was like, if we see an African elephant, we're stopping. And we saw so many elephants. Like, he stopped, first of all. He like reversed. We were just approaching the gate into the reserve, and he reversed all the way back because he saw an elephant. I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe I was seeing it. And then as we pulled into the lodge, a mum and a baby elephant were walking across the road to go and drink from the water just by the lodge. I was like, oh my goodness. I was just trying to soak it all in. And then I got like shown to my room, and then I had like 2 minutes before the first game drive, so I didn't even have time to change or shower off the flight or anything, and I was in like a jumper. It was so hot, but good job it was the evening safari drive, because it got cooler as the night went on and as the sun went down. And yeah, we saw a lion, we saw a hippo, and these things were like really, really close, like so close to the vehicle. And then possibly the best thing ever, we saw a leopard. Like, I was not expecting that at all. But I completely missed the best bit, which is when I checked into the hotel. I just didn't have time to get my camera out, but when I checked in and I got shown to like the main building, all of these elephants, you like walk through, and I'll show you in the daylight tomorrow. I'll give you a proper room tour and I'll show you the main building. I did like a bit of a walk through tonight for dinner to show you what the dinner setup was like. But walking through, and you can just see through to the veranda, elephants just everywhere surrounding the property. I was like, oh my goodness. And there were babies, and the mums were standing there shading the babies. It was incredible. Then we had little snack, and then straight off onto the game drive. And then as soon as we got back, because the sun had already gone down, you can't walk around here in the dark on your own. You have to be like escorted. So we got escorted to our room, and had like 5 minutes to get ready for dinner. So then I'm just back from dinner. We had to get escorted back. Another weird thing about this, which I'll give you all the details of the place I'm staying, but you can't lock the door. There's like no locks on the doors or anything, because obviously if somebody's outside and there are animals, they need to be able to just go into any room to kind of take refuge if there's something dangerous out there. So all the doors remain unlocked, and you have to just expect that somebody might need to just walk into your room at any point, which is kind of a bit freaky when you're on your own. But I also kind of get it, right? And it's a trade-off, because if I were out there, I hope I wouldn't be in a scenario where I was out there on my own in the dark and needed to take refuge in someone's room. But the fact that the option is there, but yeah, I just need to go. I really just have to go to bed, because we are up at 5 in the morning for morning safari. Cannot wait. Can't wait to see what we can spot tomorrow. And then when we get back, I can't wait to show you the lodge, especially if the elephants are there. They said that's where they go every day. It's like, what? And I have a bathtub with a view out there, so I really hope we can see elephants from the bath, because that would just, with a glass of wine, that is what I manifested. I'm speaking that into existence right now. So yeah, sorry for the very tired unpacking of today. I don't sound very enthusiastic when it has honestly meant the world to me, just because I don't have it in me. Like, my head is pounding. I just really need some sleep, and I know it's already going to be a very short night. So I'm going to get ready for bed, and I will see you in the morning for second game drive. Good night, everyone. I've got a little bit of time before brunch, so I will show you around the room, because it is beautiful, like really beautiful. So let's do a little room tour. I just showed you the entrance. Here is the enormous bed. I look even smaller in it than my bed at home. Yeah, look at it, it's gorgeous. Nice and spacious. and then it overlooks a view of the bush. And there were, no joke, there were elephants walking right by my room yesterday. So I really hope they come back today. They were like running by. I really hope that happens again. There's a nice little seating area here, just behind the bed. Nice place to be. And then there's a little like bar stool thing here, it looks like. And there is a stocked complimentary mini fridge. They've put in a nice bottle of wine for me as well on request. There's a little coffee station. Hello. A stool. There's like a safe here and stuff, and a little radio if you really need help, like to leave the room or something at night, because you're really not supposed to walk around at night. So that's the main room, and then we come into the bathroom. So, hello, got some artwork on the wall, a lovely large sink. This is the shower, and there is an outdoor shower as well. You can shower outside if you want to, which would be incredible if the elephants were there. Imagine if they came and joined you in the shower. And then there's a bath here, and I really want to have a bath in here with the elephants outside and a glass of wine. That is happening. I'm manifesting that right now. So here is the bathtub, and then through here is the toilet with a view. So yeah, that is the room. I'm gonna freshen up now. I'm gonna freshen up, charge the camera a little bit before brunch, and because I have a massage immediately after lunch, which will be so needed after that flight yesterday. Look at that. But can you see him there? He's all I can see in the mirror. He's all I can focus on. Like, I'm gonna be late at this rate, but I mean, private viewing of him.
But yeah, I think I'm on first now.
I'm telling you right now, this place is magical. Like, magical. We just got back from our most special game drive yet. And it's so funny because it just shows you, like, it's how unpredictable this whole thing is, right? You just can't predict what you're going to see. You can't guarantee anything. And last night's game drive was a bit it was a bit quiet. We did see buffalo, which is incredible, obviously one of the big five. I didn't want to treat this as like a tick box exercise at all, so I wasn't interested in like ticking off the big five, you know. I just wanted to be here and, you know, at least have the opportunity to see whatever we were able to see. And as long as I saw an elephant and got to kind of spend some time in the presence of an elephant, I knew I was going to be absolutely thrilled. I traveled all this way to see an African elephant, and I've had elephants in abundance, and I'm just so grateful. So that was already my life made, you know. Last night's game drive being a bit quiet, I have no problem with it at all. Like, just being the excitement of driving out and you don't know what you're going to see, and just being driven around, you know, and getting to look out at the landscape. And it's so unusual, like so unusual, to getting to see all of that. Incredible. And this morning's game drive was a bit of a slow start as well. So when we were driving around, it's a very grey day today, and we had a ferocious storm last night. It like sound. The only way I can describe it is it sounded like the earth was literally being ripped in two. Like the room was shaking with the sound of a rumbling, rolling storm. It was crazy, and the whole sky was lighting up. If I wasn't like tired and a little bit inebriated, shall we say, really should have got up and tried to film some of that storm, because it was the craziest storm I've ever heard or seen. I do look very bedraggled, sorry. Just the way it is out here, isn't it? Yeah. So this morning's game drive again, like, started a little bit slow. We went out specifically to see the rhinos, because that was the last kind of on most people's lists for the big five. So we got out, we got an incredible sighting of the rhinos after quite a lot of like driving around finding the location. And obviously there are lots of rules and stuff about when somebody when one of the guides finds a sighting, like gets a visual of something, there's radio communication like the whole time, and there are like 3 spots available for this is only from what I can deduce, right, from sitting in the vehicle and listening to the radio comms, not all of it being in English, very small amount being in English. There are like 3 spots that they call it like a lineup, so 3 spots become available for vehicles to go and view, and you have to, it's like first dibs, and then vehicles go on standby to get in and get a good sighting. Obviously they're completely wild animals, it's all unpredictable, so if they decide to get up and leave, that's the way it is. We got a sighting of the rhinos, beautiful viewing of the rhinos. Whilst we were watching the rhinos, it came over the radio that there was a sighting of wild dogs and wild dog pups. Everyone jumped on straight away, so there was no room in the lineup, and the standby was filling up as well. So we didn't think we were going to get a chance to see them. And we did get a sighting yesterday, very brief glimpse of the wild dogs yesterday, but wild dog pups like that would have been really special. We decided to drive just like close to the area anyway, and then as we were driving, we saw 3 adult wild dogs, and we decided to like track them. So we just went off-road tracking them. So we tracked the 3 wild dogs to the sighting. So I think there was a bit of like, our guide was worried he might be in trouble, because we didn't have a spot to go and view them. But as we were tracking them, we became like surrounded by the wild dogs. It was unbelievable, like absolutely beautiful. But we could only stay there for a second because we hadn't got a spot to the viewing. We just ended up there by tracking them. So yeah, amazing. Like that was like thrilling and adrenaline fueled. And then a spot then opened up for viewing where they were feeding on a kill. So we got to drive there next and watch the wild dog pups feeding on I have these birds right outside the room. These are the magpies, I think. I asked somebody what they are. We watched the wild dog pups feeding on the kill, and then some hyenas moved in and were trying to get in on the kill, and all the wild dogs were chasing them away, which is amazing. And then we drove out to start to find a coffee spot, and we saw a huge herd of elephants, so we got to spend some time with those. Some baby elephants in there as well. And then as we were driving away, we found a much older male elephant deconstructing a tree to get the sap from the trunk. And we just spent some time watching him, and it was so peaceful. like that. I was really in that moment, partly because the radio went silent, everybody in our vehicle was silent, even the guide was silent. And this is something that I am so impressed with and taken aback with. Like, the guides are, so you've got a guide and a tracker, right? So the guide is driving the vehicle and the tracker is sitting at the very front, looking everywhere and on the ground for signs of life. First of all, the way they navigate the reserve, absolutely, for somebody like me who can't follow direction, where everything is signposted, and there are clear landmarks, like all this terrain like looks relatively similar, and they know it by heart. Like, the way they communicate with each other to give each other the locations of sightings, unbelievable. And how respectful they are of the animals, but how respectful they are of like each other, all the different lodges and groups, making sure that everyone has space to get a good sighting, making sure that their communication is very clear. But then I think the thing that has impressed me the most is the complete lack of complacency, right? These guys are driving out twice a day all year round, and there isn't an ounce of complacency when it comes to these animals and the sightings that they get. They're still thrilled to see the things. Like, they're as excited to see them and find them as we are. And it doesn't even seem to be like a, they do care about our experience and they want us to see what we've come to see. There's definitely an element of that, but you can just see that they have like reverence and respect for the animals, and they want to be out seeing them as well. Like, it's great when we see something and the trackers are like, when the trackers are taking photos and really taking it in, and it doesn't matter what the animal is. Like, there's no, oh, we saw a giraffe this morning, or we've seen that bird 1,000 times. They will stop and point it out and take it in and give us a good opportunity to see it every single time. And I absolutely love that about this place. Like, absolutely love it. There's no, like, it doesn't feel like they make sure it doesn't feel like a tick box exercise, that you're actually aware of the privilege it is to see these things every time you come across them. I am about halfway through my stay through the safari part of my trip, and I feel like I'm now like over the tiredness of the journey and over the absolute surreal, oh my goodness, how is this real thing phase. Where I was even struggling to be present. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, my brain couldn't take it in. And now I'm like, I'm here. I'm really here. And I'm really feeling how special this is, and how magical it is to be out here. And I am terrified for the morning to come where someone doesn't knock on my door at 5 a.m. to go out looking for wild animals. If you've ever been lucky enough to come here and see what's out here, like, even I'm jealous of that. Even I'm jealous of you. And if you haven't, like, try and make this happen. I could not encourage you enough. Like, this is life altering in no small way. You could easily just forget that anything else exists. This is a all your problems melting away trip. I can't even access them in my brain because my brain is full of elephants and giraffes and rhinos, and those things take up loads of space. So I've been writing down all the the sightings from the day in this beautiful journal that my friend Joseph got me. It's got my name on it and all of these beautiful etchings. The elephant. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to charge the camera. Thanks for unpacking this trip so far with me. So much more to come, I hope. Everything else is just a bonus. Like, you know, I could put some things on my wish list. Like, there's a very, very slim chance of seeing a pangolin. Like, that would be very, very lucky to see a pangolin. And white lion as well. This reserve has had white lion, but I've not heard anyone mention it. So I might ask the guide about white lion, but I'm just so grateful and wanting for nothing right now. Nothing at all. Maybe more elephants. But anyway, I wanted to show you this sign on the back of the door. Like, this is the kind of sign I want on the back of my door. Can you even see it? There's a bit of reflection. So it says, there's a sign for honey badgers, local troublemaker. So it says, in the evenings and when you leave your room for dinner, please ensure all the windows and doors are closed properly. He may look innocent, but he is a destructive customer. Just a little honey badger warning. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to get ready for brunch, so I will see you soon. Ooh, we got a live one. Who's this? Hello? Hello? You come to visit? Come to visit? What do you want in? You wanting in? So I'm about to head over to the main lodge. The elephants are still there, so I'll take you with me. We'll see them, have afternoon tea, and I'm trying not to like shove the camera in front of other people's faces. So I haven't been filming like all the communal stuff like afternoon tea, brunch, even the coffees when we stop in the bush. I'll try and get more footage of those because we're getting quite comfortable as a group, but 2 of the honeymooners are leaving tomorrow, so that will change the dynamic again. Sadly, they're such a lovely couple. It's been amazing having them. It's strange how over the course of just a couple of days you can feel like you're really getting to know people and bonding over the experiences you're having. So yeah, I'm going to head over to the main lodge now, a little bit early. We've still got about 20 minutes until afternoon tea is served before the evening game drive. And it is warming up actually. The sun is coming out and the wind has died down, so it should be good for game spotting today. We had a fantastic morning this morning though, so I don't know what I'm talking about. We've been absolutely spoiled. Anything this afternoon is just a bonus. So let's head over to the main lodge for evening game drive. Afternoon tea, then evening game drive. I could get used to this as a routine.
Shilin, confirm, have they been Bagati? Copy. That is where that time on Chopper clearing that opened it down. You can get us straight north from there, and then your guys here will get your audio. They'll direct you straight in.
Those just wanna fuck around, man. He's not interested at all. It's going, so it's a bit difficult for me to give you the direction.
Okay, long thing for I can book a video.
Yeah, come straight to where Gideon is.
Another absolutely incredible day. Look how big this bed is. The bed is absolutely enormous. This must be bigger than my bed at home. Every night they leave a little sweet treat and a little like I don't even know if it's facts or stories or both. I think I debriefed. Yes, I debriefed this morning after the morning game drive, which was phenomenal. And then this evening, the sun came out earlier in the afternoon and it got really warm, and that's why the elephants came to drink, and it was absolutely beautiful. Last night during the storm we had that like 1/10 of an inch of rain, and already it's made like such a difference to the landscape. There were like flowers blooming and some of the trees are greener. I could hear lions for most of the evening, and dinner was brilliant. Like, spirits were just so high. The group that have been here the last few days, like everyone's kind of settled into each other's company, so it just feels really natural and really social. We had some really good conversation, really good debate. Now it's time for bed. I am a little bit nervous. I've just started taking my malaria tablets for moving on to Victoria Falls on Tuesday. It's currently Sunday, and I've heard they can make you have like weird dreams or feel really sick, so I hope, fingers crossed, I'm not feeling rough courtesy of just taking one. I need good rest to be up again early in the morning. Last day on safari, which was just, I'm not even gonna say that I feel really sad that it's my last day, because I know how lucky I am to have even had one day out here, like even one day on safari, let alone getting out and being able to see like all of what I wanted to see and more, a lot more than what I wanted to see. So I'm not sad. I'm incredibly grateful that I made it all the way out here, that I did this for myself, that I did it on my own. I'm really proud of myself, and like, wow. Anyway, I really need to get to bed, get some rest. I'll see you in the morning for last safari day. Morning. Just waiting for the knock at the door to be taken. There it is. Morning. Hello. Look at the stars. And the moon. The eclipse. Yes, very good, thank you.
You hear some lines?
Yeah, how close do you think they are?
Very close.
Amazing. Is he really close?
It sounds like there's a lioness maybe
Over
somewhere
here.
here.
It's going to be a stunning day today,
It is
isn't it?
indeed. I think this is the first clear morning we've had the whole time.
Thank you for asking.
No, no self-interest whatsoever. I only care about you having your stuff. That's the most important thing.
It's truly selfless.
It is. Look at that.
And maybe this time, and Kendall's time, to do something, you'll be like, ah,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear this, Marnie. I'm gonna wear it. We're the first to go. One last time. Done. Belated way. Oh, stunning.
Just want to follow up with the audio of the line. It's somewhere,
Yeah.
it sounds like somewhere.
Coming.
Absolutely stunning.
One insertion getting over. Update.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Madam vocalizing the whole night. Sound like
That's when I woke up as well. I'm pretty sure they were very close at that time. Yeah. I was half expecting them to knock on the door.
I know, right?
But it's
Or
closed
burst in the
this
window.
morning. Burst in the
Oh, wow.
You see, they just called me.
Can you tell what it was they got?
Kudu.
Kudu.
Waterside entrance.
Just getting back to the room, and look who's here to greet me as I get back. Look! Being greeted by elephants on return from the most incredible morning game drive. I just can't. Look at the baby running. Baby Hello. Getting ready to go over to the main lodge for my final afternoon tea before going out on the final game drive of the safari trip. Who knows what we will see. It's really good conditions today, really hot, not a lot of wind. And this morning was spectacular, but I have seen so much more than I thought I would see, so much more than I expected. So I'm putting no expectation on the game drive. It's better to kind of not put too much pressure on and focus on seeing a specific thing and kind of just see what you happen upon, enjoy the drive, enjoy learning about the landscape. Like he was giving us so many interesting facts about termite hills this morning. Like it was fascinating, but it can go literally from that and looking at a bird or something in a tree to chasing wild dogs, or going to an unfamiliar part of the reserve to find leopards. They use different names obviously for the animals to identify the sightings, and I've been trying to pick up on what the names are just from the radio, so like deducing from what they speak about and then what we find. And I think so far I think Ingwa is leopard. I have no idea how you spell it. Ingwa, and then Ingala, I think Ingala is lion, and then like Mala Impala is hippo or something. But I mean, these are just guesses based on what they've been speaking about on the radio, and yeah, just listening closely to them communicate. It is fascinating. Like they're doing so much all at once. First of all, they know the reserve so well. How they map it. That's what I mean. How they've mapped it, I don't know, because like there aren't many distinctive features to somebody like me looking at it. So they've obviously got to keep track of remaining in the reserve as well, because it's all unfenced. Navigating the area, navigating the terrain, that's the other thing. That's like, those vehicles are so impressive. Making sure there's a way through, or forging a way through. Communicating on the radio on multiple different channels, directing other people to sightings, controlling lineups for sightings, looking around for things, looking for tracks, signs of animals, talking to us, giving us facts about what we see, and always pointing out everything. I think it's a phenomenal juggling act, and then they've got to make countless plans and contingency plans and executive decisions about what to prioritize, right? So if it's somebody's first or last game drive and they specifically wanted to see something, you could spend the entire game drive like looking for that specific thing, and you might miss out on some incredible sightings. Like like this morning, if we'd been like, oh well, we've seen the lions before, we wouldn't have seen that incredible sight this morning of those lions fighting over that hill. And this is what I've really loved seeing, how the lack of complacency, the complete respect and genuine excitement of the staff to see the things that we're seeing as well, and the respect that they have for them, and the respect that they have for all other groups. Just checking the time, sorry. The respect they have for all other groups, whether it's groups from this lodge or other lodges. They just want everybody to kind of have the best experience, and that is so evident, and they work so well as a team. It's so considerate, and all of the communication is obviously direct and efficient, because it has to be, but also really friendly and respectful. I remember before I got here, I was like curious about where I should sit in the safari vehicle. I've been sitting in the front the whole time and I haven't moved, and I'm so glad I've sat there, because I just feel like observing, obviously seeing the animals and everything is just, I just can't describe it. It's the privilege that I feel for having been lucky enough to have this experience is unbelievable. But then just watching them work, like watching their process. I'm not going to claim to know what they're thinking always, but like trust them implicitly, like process and decision making, and they have, first of all, the animal's best interests as their top priority, but then also our experience, but then the experience of everybody on the reserve. I've said before, I couldn't encourage you enough to make it here, and this place particularly is it's something special. It really is special. It's magic. It's pure magic is the only way I can describe it. And when even the staff are just so grateful, excited and happy to see the elephants come by and drink, and I just find that so lovely. Again, there's just no complacency. I'll let you know how the game drive goes. Obviously I'll film what I can, and then I need to tackle the explosion that's occurred over there by my case. I'm not even going to show you. It's actually disgraceful. I'm not going to be able to find words to summarize this experience, and even if I did, they would be wildly insufficient. I wish I could transmit the feeling to you, this feeling of like just pure gratitude, and I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It's like having been moved on a really deep level, but also like completely at peace. That's the only way I can think to describe it, but I don't even think that really works, because there's also like elation and joy in there as well, like mixed in there as well. So I just wish and hope that you get to experience it for yourself. I think getting here is one thing, and then being present and taking it all in is another, for sure. What a Monday. What a Monday. Thank you so much, everyone. This has been so fun.
I'm so sad this is your last day.
Final lodge dinner. Let's go. Last dinner in the lodge. Gonna be sad to say goodbye, but it's been an incredible experience. I'm just so lucky. I can't get over how lucky I feel. Yeah. Let's go and say bye to this incredible place. Such a lovely stay. Actually, that's such an understatement. This has been a magical, magical stay. This was a real bucket list trip for me, and it warranted its place on the bucket list. It warrants its place on any bucket list and anyone's bucket list. This is truly spectacular. Like I can't remember staying anywhere that I felt hasn't like slowly gone down in estimation. So I should clarify that. So if this lodge and all the staff were picked up and put in a less magical place, this place would still be a 10 out of 10 place. Like, just the service, the atmosphere, the friendliness, the team, the cleanliness, and the hospitality. It just feels attentive, and like the room is spacious. I love the furnishings of everything. It's got such atmosphere, and the number of windows in this room I absolutely love. Like, the focus is obviously all the view and the bush and the animals. To have elephants outside the room all the time. So if you are coming to Timbavati and you stay in Kambaku River Sands and you are here to see African elephants, you have to request room 6. So I'm in room 6, and it's right beside the main lodge, which is like super convenient for obviously getting over for coffee in the morning before the early game drives. I have to pretend that I wasn't up at 4:30 every morning. Like, they come and wake you up at 5:15, and that's your like little wake up call, and then you have to be ready, I guess, for like 5:30 or something, or 5:45 when you're actually set out for the game drive. But every single morning I've been up at 4:30, so excited, getting ready, make sure I'm ready when they knock at the door at 5:15 and I'm the first in the lodge, like in the main lodge. I'm just been too excited every single morning, and the energy of everyone greeting you in the morning, like all the staff, and grabbing a coffee and going out on the morning game drive, like, just incredible. So the lodge, 10 out of 10, but then it's made exceptional by the location, the reserve, the knowledge of the guides, the game drives, and the animals that come by here, and then the respect and excitement that the staff have for the animals as well. Like, that has really made an impression on me. Like, it just feels special, right? And the staff know that this is special. This is the kind of place that gets under your skin, and you have to come back because it really is special. That's all I can say. It's special and it's magic. It's like pure magic. Tomorrow, new adventure. I'm up very early. I'll probably have coffee with everyone before they head out on the game drive. It will be so sad to see them all drive off on the game drive without me. But yeah, I've got a new adventure tomorrow, all new experiences. I'm going to be being driven to Kruger, which is 3 hours away, flight to Zimbabwe, cross over into Zambia, and I'm staying on the Zambezi River, and hopefully gonna visit Victoria Falls. So yeah, new adventure tomorrow, but this will remain with me. So grateful, so surreal. I can't believe this. I can't believe any of this has happened. I still can't believe I'm here. I'll remember this forever. Life can be full of such lows, like real lows, and if you're in one of those dips, if you're in one of those lows, dear God, all I can say is like, wait for the highs to come around. Like, try and ride it out. Or when I think of the number of times I wouldn't have made it here, that's hard to think about, because it's so hard to imagine when you're in those places that anything would be worth pushing through for. I'm gonna go to bed now. Try and get some rest before the early start tomorrow, and just thank my lucky stars that I somehow ended up here.